Senator Rick Scott, MAGA wanted him to be the leader in the Senate, but that was the first time in a long time MAGA didn't get what they wanted. John Thune became the leader. Well, anyway, Rick Scott sort of said the quiet part out loud here, and he's leading a big group of Republican co-signers who laid out a roadmap for where Republicans go from here, okay? So here's their plan. This is like day one, the agenda, like what's on the top of the list of the agenda. Shout out to Jeff Stein, by the way, who's a phenomenal reporter. So here's what MAGA's plan is on day one. Pass an immigration bill that completes the border wall and remove migrants who entered illegally. Offset with mandatory spending cuts. So this is finish the border wall, mass deportation is what they're talking about here. Because when they say remove migrants, they mean like literally 10 million, 20 million people. I mean, you have the state of Texas saying, hey, Trump, we'll give you, this massive piece of land to build literal detention camps so you can send the immigrants there before you ship them out of the country. So this is the number one on the list is finish the border wall and mass deportation, right? Number two, pass a second bill to extend the Trump tax cuts paid for by repealing Democrats' clean energy tax credits and $2.5 trillion in DOGE cuts. And that's to be determined what the cuts are. So now, let me break that down for you because that's actually super important. The DOGE cuts are going to be the entire social safety net. Every program that actually helps regular people, that's what's going to be cut. So it's going to be stuff like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, the WIC program, so formula for babies, home heating assistance, the SNAP program or food stamps as it used to be called. They're going to take a wrecking ball to that part of the budget. They say, oh, we want to cut the Pentagon, this and that. First of all, I'd be willing to bet under Trump's term, we're going to have a military budget that hits $1 trillion a year. Under Trump's term, I bet we're eventually going to have that. But second of all, I don't think they're going to do any cuts. And to the extent they do any tiny little cuts around the edges, it'll be like to DEI programs, and they'll ramp up the budget in other areas, right? They're already talking about a $900 billion budget, so they've already increased it as the idea. Now, they pretend like, oh, we want to cut it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Then why are you increasing it? So they won't cut the Pentagon in any serious way, but they will take a wrecking ball to the social safety net and every program that helps regular working people in this country. Okay? So that's where they're going to get the savings from. And then to extend the Trump tax cuts that, we've been through this. 83% of the benefits of that bill went to the top 1%. 83%. So the whole point of that is a massive giveaway to corporations and the wealthy. So by their own admission, here are their day one agenda goals, the most important things for them. Finish the wall, mass deportation of 10 to 20 million people, which, by the way, would be catastrophic for this country. Catastrophic. And then slash the social safety net and wage class warfare and do an upward transfer of wealth to the wealthy by cutting taxes for the rich again. So cut grandma's Social Security and give a bigger tax cut to the rich. If they actually succeed in carrying these things out, do you have any idea how fast their approval rating is going to tank and how fast Trump's approval rating is going to tank? Do you have any idea? It's going to be legendary. It would be world record how fast their approval ratings drop. Honestly, I think on the wall alone would not move the numbers much in either direction. But once you get to actual mass deportations, if they carry it out, if they just start with like people who have a criminal record, that's one thing, and people would be totally fine with that, and their numbers might even go up if that's what they focus on, and they try to make those the cases that are front and center. But if they actually start doing mass deportations and you have, 98% of the people who are being deported have no criminal record, decent people, etc., work jobs, look after their family, those numbers are going to start to tank. And then, believe you me, if they actually take a wrecking ball to the social safety net and give another tax cut to the rich, oh my God. Oh my God. The pitchforks might actually be out, right? If you think we were all surprised by America's reaction to Luigi Mangione murking the United Healthcare CEO, it would be that level. It would be that level. Because cutting Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and then turning around and giving another tax cut to the rich, again, that's an upward transfer of wealth in this country. And that's the last thing. We need class war in the other direction. We need to redistribute to the working class. We already have a nightmare scenario in this country. We already know, according to a RAND study, that the top 1% effectively stole $50 trillion from the bottom 90%. We already know that. So we're already screwed. The American people already are out on $1,144 a month, every year for the rest of their life that they should be getting if we just had the same income and wealth disparity as we did in 1974. There's already a war being waged on working class people. The bottom 80% of the country has 7% of the wealth. People are already screwed, and you want to take away the few lifelines they have? So, it's all out there, bro. This is all out there. It's all out there for you to see. This is their plan. Build a wall, mass deportation, cut the social safety net. Every program that helps regular working people are going to take a wrecking ball. To get to $2.5 trillion in cuts, you're going to need deep cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, or just basically totally eliminate all of the programs that are there for the working class. Like that plus another tax cut for the rich. Jesus Christ. By the way, notice something about Republicans. It always comes back to that, doesn't it? It always comes back to more tax cuts for the wealthy. That is the core of their ideology. It just is. That's the core of their ideology. It's always class warfare against regular folks and redistribution of wealth to the top. It always comes back to that. Because they are just swimming in corruption. They are, the whole party is cucked to big business. And this is just a classic example of it here. So, man, I don't know. I hope Democrats are ready to resist, because this is not acceptable. And if they carry it out, it's going to be, like I said, it'll be a nightmare. All right, guys. That's the show, y'all. Love you very much. Thank you, as always, for listening to me babble. I truly appreciate it. Everybody do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps out a lot. You could also support the show on Patreon or sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. Remember, I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a foreign government. All of our funding is from you guys and the default ads on YouTube. So I'm very thankful for you, and we couldn't do it without you. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Do yourself a favor, check into Crystal Kyle and Friends this week. We're talking to Matt Brunig, who's one of my favorites, and you're not going to want to miss that. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.